Hi guys, my name's Ben, aka The Brandon, and today we're going to talk about my favourite moment in visual effects. So, before we actually get to the moment, I'm going to give you a little bit of context. The date is April 26th, 2019, and before you go and Google it, that was the release date of Infinity War. Now, this is the film I worked on, and I worked on for about 4 months. So, me and my good friend Ellie, we're huge Marvel fans, so we got our tickets for opening day. We were really excited. We got to the cinema and we could see people had dressed up. We could see little kids. We could see adults. Like everyone was just ready for this great moment that we'd all waited 10 years for. So once we actually sat down in the screening room, we could hear all these like fan theories going on and everything like that. And I was really interested, like listening to what other people were thinking because I knew what was going to happen, or I at least had a really good idea of like what was happening, because I didn't know if it was going to be at the beginning of the film, the middle of the film, the end of the film. I didn't know that part. I just knew stuff was about to go down. So that was really interesting for me to like hear all these types of theories. So as the film's going on, I'm starting to piece together that the Wakandan fight stuff is what I worked on. It's going to be the back end of the film, because after like an hour, I'm like, if a fight suddenly happens, it just doesn't make sense. I don't know what's going on. And as we're getting closer and closer to the end, just by runtime alone, I'm like, it's got to be the end. So I'm starting to get very excited because I know what's coming. Like I know this is the big moment of this film, and I'm just so excited because everyone around me is excited because they're watching the film, and I was equally as excited to watch the film because that stuff I had seen, because it wasn't at the company that I was working for. So other companies had obviously worked in it, so I was really excited to see that. But in the back of my mind, I knew what was coming, so I was hyped. That's the only way I can describe it. I was hyped, and then the Wakanda fight scene, the battle for Wakanda happened, and then that's when we get to my favorite moment. Set the scene in the film. Thor had just got Stormbreaker. It looked like the heroes were about to die, and then the Bifrost comes down out of the sky, and bam, Thor, Rocket, and Groot all step out the Bifrost, and everybody loses it. And I mean lose it. You're going, let's go! The audience are going crazy. They're like, let's go! It's about to go down. They're gonna win! Outrider's in trouble now. Thor's the best. Nothing bad can happen now. Yeah, the crowd went crazy, and everyone was just so hyped, and just knowing that I'd helped contribute to that shot, because it was a team that worked around it. It wasn't just me, it was a team that helped put that shot together, and a moment that Marvel fans will never forget. And just knowing that I helped contribute to that, it was incredible. And seeing the adulation on people's faces, and just it was just an awesome moment. It's sometimes hard to put into words, because it is definitely like a be there moment, and just looking around and seeing people's faces, because I did that. Like when that moment happened, I just sort of had a quick look around and just seeing everyone going, yeah, like it was awesome. And I'll never ever forget that moment. I'll never ever forget that moment. So there you go. That was my favorite moment in visual effects. Without going too deep into it, because I'm going to make a video on my visual effects journey, on why I got into visual effects. But Marvel played a huge part in my life as a kid, and probably one of the reasons why I got into visual effects. So watching like that first Iron Man film, to be able to work on the second to last film of that sort of saga of Marvel, was just an incredible moment. And to have a moment within Infinity War that was such a pivotal moment in the film, and the audience reaction, everything was just something I'll never forget. And it's one of the reasons why I got into visual effects. And yeah, it was just an incredible moment, and yeah, something I'll never forget. But again, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like it and you want to see more of it, like, subscribe, do all them wonderful YouTube things. It massively helps me out. And if you want to see me on some other platforms, just check the links below. But I just want to say thank you very much.